see a girl in New York City. She been in my life for so long, but that was the night we fell in love. Then she shut me out and it was wrong. It felt like my heart might never mend, so I needed something else to do. I had to do something that mattered before I became unglued. 3 Mile Island was making the news, but I didn't even know. They had some problems they couldn't diffuse, and those problems were threatening to grow. It was a fire I couldn't contain. It just so happens that on that day I was high on peyote and out of the blue I stumbled into an anti-nuclear group. I was just looking for something to do. Nobody knew what a meltdown would do. Would it turn the whole state into a big dead zone? Would it melt through the earth? And what if it blew? People that fled, they were down to the bone. Someone made a list of media contacts. They handed me the list and they handed me the phone. I made 100 calls in every direction, and I did it all while my mind was blown. It was a fire I couldn't contain. I invited all the radio and TV stations, newspapers too. They all wanted to know what we had to say about the situation. The public was wary and kept in the dark. They hadn't been told about all the emissions. They hadn't been informed by the plant operators. They hadn't been informed by the Nuclear Commission. And then by the time we got to meet the press, the place was packed, the rumors were flying. Then we told the reporters for the very first time that radiation was leaking and the government was lying. And it was a fire I couldn't contain. The weight of the truth we revealed. I saw the government cut down to size by the people whose office I had stumbled upon. And Walter Cronkite said it with fire in his eyes. Skip to the end, the story continues. A couple years later I had traveled out west. I was doing my part to help organize what was turning out to be a very large protest at a nuclear plant that was under construction in Diablo Canyon, in an earthquake zone. An earthquake zone in California. It wasn't anything that I could condone. It was a fire I couldn't contain. There were thousands of arrests, but I never made it to the demonstration. I got framed and arrested by the feds, and they had me detained at another location. They claimed I was dealing LSD, stuck a gun in my head and sent me to jail. It was all a bunch of lies, but they got me off the street. It took months for the truth to prevail. At first I thought I'd just been arrested because I happened to be on the beat of some cops with some kind of quota, some target they needed to meet. It was a fire I couldn't contain. But the judge who released me was electric. She said the arrest was purely political. He said it was because I was an activist. He said that fact was critical. Feds had followed me around for weeks because they thought I was a leader or some kind of secret rebel mastermind. But actually I wasn't either. They got a man that they had arrested to swear that I was in on a deal. And for doing that, they let him off. The whole damn thing wasn't real. It was a fire I couldn't contain. And ever since that day I've often wondered, why did they go to so much trouble to stop me from getting to California? Was it because we had burst their bubble? Then they tried to cover up the truth about their secret accidental leak. So they put my name on a secret list and followed me around for weeks. It seemed like the world was revolving around the events in my life, and being pegged as some kind of leader, it was just like being cut with a knife. It was a fire I couldn't contain.